How has the pandemic changed the reality for the employees and employers? In which way the employees are becoming more and more important, and why the companies are losing them, and how come it seems like employees, so people who are working, are going to have more power over the employers? Hello everyone, this is Olga. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the live sessions English with News, where we practice our English and we find out also the recent news. So today, with today's article from BBC, we will be learning such information: why companies and employers are losing the loyalty of their workforce, of their employees, the global talents, and what to expect and how it's gonna affect our reality or our lives, especially if you are working for any of the companies. So again, welcome if you are new here, or welcome back if you've been with me before. Let's just get started. So this is the article from the BBC, as you can see, and why worker loyalty is at the breaking point. So at the point where it's gonna break, this loyalty. Do you know what loyalty is? When someone is loyal, it means that you can trust them. So they said that I am with you, I am loyal to you. It's like, think of these beautiful white birds, swans, you know, these swans love, they are loyal to each other, they are always together. Loyalty is this trust which you have in someone because they gave you loyalty. Okay, so here the article begins with a small story of a lady who is based in Paris. You see, Paris-based bank, Paris-based role, and she used to work remotely all of this time during the pandemic, together with her husband. But then suddenly her husband received an offer from a London company, and they thought that they can relocate together because he would love to work for this London company, and she thought she would continue working remotely for a French bank. But unfortunately the employer said that no, you have to come back to the office. And here what she actually says on this matter: of course she's disappointed because she would like to be with her husband. She thought it would be no problem for her to continue working for her position, but so she says, I just spent well over 12 months proving that I was able to do my job entirely remotely. So she was proving, so kind of showing and explaining that I can do my job remotely, entirely remotely, so completely or for 100% remotely. And what is this? I'd just spent, what does it mean? So this I'd just spent, this is I had just spent. So here is the example how we use past perfect, because think of this timeline. So there was the moment when she learned from her employer that they have to come back to the offices. So it was, for example, a few days ago, but before that, for 12 months she had been working remotely, and she had been proving that she is able to do so. So very clear example of the use of past perfect. So this is had. So being told that there was no longer any flexibility at all in terms of my physical location was extremely frustrating. Look, so being told, passive voice, being told, they told us, we were being told that there was no longer any flexibility at all here is where is the pause, in terms of my physical location, was extremely frustrating. So this fact was not pleasant at all. I tried for several weeks to come up with a solution, but in the end I could see no other option than to quit. And actually this article, as I was saying at the beginning, it will be showing us kind of the proof why more and more people are choosing flexibility over salary. However, please let me know what is your preference. Would you choose the flexible hours over the pay rise, the bigger salary, the better salary? What is more important for you, or what do you think in general is more important? The salary, the wages, or the flexibility and any working conditions? What is your preference? For her, clearly it would be this relocation problem. I loved working in finance, but my priority now is to find a new job that works for me and my family, she adds. And that may be well in a different industry. So look, this sentence is actually a very nice one. You can take it as an idea if you would need to be passing the interview for your new position, maybe. And you know, there is this annoying question: why are you choosing roles? Why would you like to quit your current job? So here is the sentence which you can also take maybe a part of it, maybe just overall idea, so that you can phrase it, word it, say it, like, my priority now is to find a new job that works for me and my family. Obviously, I'm not a career coach. I don't tell you what to say during the interview, but apart from you telling why you want this particular company, this particular position, I think that for the answer why you quitting your job, you can operate that there is no flexibility, but it is important for me, and here is my priority. Or so, in any way, as vaccination rates around the world tick up, giving employers like Mary, so this lady from the French bank, the impetus to recall people to the office. Let's pause here. So look, the vaccination rates around the world tick up. So the rates, the percentage of the number of people being vaccinated tick up, meaning goes up. So sorry, it's just the word went out of my mind. Anyway, tick up, it goes up. And these employers, they have the impetus. So this impetus is a push. They have now the push, the urge, the need to recall people to the office, as you can see. So they want people to come back to offices. So businesses are confronting an uncomfortable reality. So they're facing, they experience an uncomfortable reality. Employees' needs and preferences have changed, exactly as we said, that not only salary is important, but also the working conditions. Many are no longer prepared to return to the way of working that was conventional before the pandemic. Conventional means normal, standard, usual. Many people are no longer prepared to return. They don't want to come back to the way of working, how they worked. That was usual, okay, this conventional, usual, before the pandemic. And if pressed to do exactly that, meaning if people are pressed, if their companies press them, they say you must, you have to, these companies have impetus to press the people, then millions are choosing to quit instead. Let us know in the comments below, because it's curious, you know, what is the situation there for you in your working place? Is it so? Are you forced to come back to the office? Do you still have this flexibility? And actually, what do you prefer? Would you like to be in the office to see people, to communicate to people? Or would you like to save your time for commuting and do your job from home? Because we are going to find out a little bit more data. I don't want to read the whole article, I just want to show you the main points of it. And just a sec, I will find this paragraph which I wanted to show you in terms of English language. And gosh, I lost it. Wait a sec, please excuse me. Okay, so I found it. This one, the effects of the momentous rethink are starting to show. So as we just read, that companies are facing new reality. They see that people don't want to come back. So this rethink, so companies have to rethink, should they press people or should they maybe find different solutions? In a survey of more than 2,000 people in the UK and Ireland, in this case conducted in March, more than a third of respondents, of people who participated in survey, said they were looking to change roles in the next 6 or 12 months, or once the economy has strengthened. So this strengthened means the economy becomes stronger, right? So this strengthen, to make stronger, to become stronger. So once the economy is okay, they will be changing the roles. The researchers concluded businesses not actively catering to the evolving needs and demands of employees risked sleepwalking towards a talent exodus. Let's break it into parts. So the researchers concluded, that's clear, right? Businesses which are not catering to the evolving, to the current needs and demands of people, so those companies which do not react on the current needs and demands of employees, they risk sleepwalking towards a talent exodus. So they risk coming to talent's access. So this exodus is rapid, fast, unexpected exit of, in this case, people. So meaning people will be quitting. In the US, meanwhile, data indicate that such an exodus is already underway. So in UK, people kind of still in the process maybe of thinking or just starting, but in US it is already happening. A record 4 million people quit their jobs in April alone. Can you see? 4 million people quit. Since then, the resignation rate has eased, meaning it became less dramatic. So eased, yes, it's like restrictions get eased of these lockdowns and etc. So resignation, people quitting. When people resign, they quit. If you say I resign from my job, it means I quit my job, I leave my job. So this resignation rate has eased, became smaller, but still remains elevated, so still remains high. Please remember this sentence, because it is just an excellent example when you will be doing your IELTS essay, or you have to write any kind of essay in your university maybe, or your job, email even, just any kind of report. So this is the sentence you can use to describe the tendencies, the percentage, the pie charts, bar charts, any tables, etc. And just let's have a look at these gentlemen. we need to remember him because a little bit lower we will be reading about what he learned during this survey. So Mr. Anthony Claus is an associate professor of management at Texas A&M University's Mays Business School. Okay, so he is an associate professor at this business school. Just for this moment, please remember. And now we will have a look at the global giants, at the very big companies. In May, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase and Co. You know this, probably you know this. JP Morgan is a very, very big financial institution, and one of the America's largest bank, very popular after these big four, this Ernst & Young, Deloitte, KPMG and PricewaterhouseCoopers. This is one of the largest, very popular with people. So this CEO, Chief Executive Officer, he, no, wait a sec, in May, sparked a backlash when he said that working from home simply does not work for those who want to hustle. So let's break it also into parts. First of all, he said that working from home, it does not go together, yeah, it does not work for us. It does not work for those who want to hustle. Hustle means to live, to work, to live or work actively, so very fast, very energetically. You know, if you work, probably, you know, if you work for finance, you really have to be active. Money rules very fast, you have to react fast. So this is the financial institution, this is what people do with their hustle, right? They have to be active, they have to work actively. And when he said this, that working from home does not work for this company, he sparked a backlash. Backlash is the answering reaction of people. So he said something and people reacted, and this backlash, it's more like negative. So what he said, the reaction was not agreeing with him, and sparked, emerged, appeared. And in June, Morgan Stanley CEO James Gorman, Morgan Stanley, another institution, and its CEO, Mr. James Gorman, said that if most employees were not back to work at the bank's Manhattan headquarters in September, he would be very disappointed. All right. So, of course, I don't remember if I read it in this article or another one. It was saying that people who work in finance, there is really a tendency of these face-to-face interactions. Online meetings do not work, especially with clients, especially with the investors, people, meaning people who invest their money, who just keep their money in the bank. And of course, these CEOs, they want people to come back, probably some certain positions, some certain jobs, they really need to be in the office, but maybe many of them can work remotely. Let us know in the comments below if you work for any bank or financial institution, and what is it for you. Do you think you can perform, or anyone in financial institution can perform the job online, remotely, or you have to be present? So we are coming to the end of this article. That's why I asked you to remember this gentleman, Mr. Claus. So regardless of the sectors, meaning no matter where you work, regardless of the sectors, finance or hospitality or anything else, companies that are ordering staff back into the office full-time with no exceptions are going to have to find a way to pitch that in an appealing way. Let's break it, don't worry. So, companies that are ordering staff, that are saying to their people, you have to be back into offices full time. See? So they are ordering staff, they're saying their people to be back into the offices full time, with no exceptions, are going to have to find a way so if they want all people to come back to the offices full time with no excuses, no exceptions, these companies need to pitch that in an appealing way. So to present it or to give people some kind of benefits, so maybe bonuses, so make it appealing, make it nice, make it in a way that people will like it. So pitch it in an appealing way. To stay competitive, businesses like banks and tech companies, some of which have adopted a remote culture indefinitely, but many of which have not. So he clarifies that banks and technical companies, some of them really adopted, so they agreed on remote culture and indefinitely, like a synonym with no time frame, so almost forever. So there is no limit, not only during the pandemic or during this year or something, so indefinitely. But many of them have not. So he says these banks and tech companies, they must understand, while digital nomadism and remote work were not widely available before the pandemic, they will be from now on. So also very nice expression, they will be from now on. So there was not so much remote work, but now there will be. And here you can see a recent survey by PricewaterhouseCoopers. I wanted to show you something different. So here is the end of this article. Actually, you can see, so we will just read a few last sentences because they are very promising and bringing some good news. As to me, for example, I would like to be working remotely. I think it really serves better for just the energy of employees, when you don't need to spend your time and your energy for commuting on the bus or even in your car in traffic jam. You can have more energy and be like work better. That's just my opinion. Please tell me if you agree or you have any other thoughts on this matter. Let's just finish this. So indeed, I'm just checking which I selected. Indeed, Claus argues that we are actually in the process of witnessing the dawn of the era of the empowered employee. So that's why I was saying that employees right now have more power over employers. So this dawn is when the morning only starts and the sun is not visible yet, but it begins being bright and lightening up. So this is the dawn, this is the very, very beginning of the morning. And this word often used metaphorically, like here, the dawn of the era, the beginning of the era of the empowered employee. This is the most important sentence. In the US, the number of unemployed people has comfortably exceeded the number of available jobs for most of the last 2 decades. Let's break it here because that's important. So look, the number of unemployed people, number of unemployed people has comfortably exceeded, so this number was bigger than the number of available jobs. So there were more unemployed people than jobs available. Get it? For most of the last 2 decades, so for the last 20 years. But currently, the 2 measures, the number of unemployed and the number of jobs, are almost at level pegging. And this level pegging is equal. It means it's almost equal. So meaning one open position, one person. So there is no competition, there is no choice for the employer, there is open position and only one person. So just take it, take the person, or there will be no one. See, so it's almost equal. Something that economists describe as an exceptionally tight labor market. So tight meaning very difficult labor market. Honestly, I can hardly recall a time when the job market was so much in the employee's favor. This is also the phrase which you need to remember. It's kind of the idiomatic expression. So if you say that something is in someone's favor, it means that everything works for them, works only for them, doesn't work for anyone else, but works for them. Like everything comes into their hands, everything is so good exactly for them. If you say that the conditions are in my favor, so it means that you are winning, you are the winner in this situation. So this is what you can also remember, and that's definitely a good thing, says clause. Wages, salary, yeah, wages, salary per hour have to go up, right? So these companies, if they want to be competitive, they have to take wages and salaries up. Companies have to adapt, but it may well be a slow period of experimentation. Unfortunately, it may not happen so fast as we would like to, maybe, but most important that it's on its way. As an organization, you don't just want to capture people's bodies, but you want to capture their hearts too, and it's that bit that's going to prove tough, meaning difficult. All right, so just to let you know that you can find the link to this article in the description down below. I thank you so much for staying with me till this moment. Please let me know if you would like me to devote more time to read the whole article during such sessions, or do you think that this is good enough, or maybe this is already too much. I invite you to have a look at the playlists which I have here on my channel, because not only English with news, I also have English with movies, English with songs, English with TED, and some others too. I invite you to subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, and to share this channel with everyone for whom it will be useful too. And I have also some news. I will be doing a 1-month challenge, so there will be video every day for the whole month. Please stay updated for these. Please subscribe and follow me on my Instagram as well, so that you will just be updated and you will know the news. So thank you so much for staying with me till this moment. Happy to see you back. I hope to see you again soon. Good luck on your English journey. Any suggestions, always welcome in the comments. Just text me. Wish you a warm, nice, pleasant evening, or a day if you were watching me during the day. Anyway, see you soon. Take care. Bye.